Fantastic. Okay, so we're just swapping out the map. Apparently we have an overwhelming joy for Distillery, which I love. Distillery is one of my favorite maps as well. Okay.
I haven't seen Distillery in months.
Really? I love Distillery.
Yeah. When I say months, it's only been out for a few weeks, but yeah, I haven't seen it since launch. I only saw it in the alpha and beta.
Wow. I'm really excited because in like a week and a half we get to try the new maps that are really OP for hunters.
Yay.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get a good
Rocks everyone.
wah wah. Okay, nice clean fight, everyone.
Let's get it on.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate wireless crap.
Your my keyboard all budging up again.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so I have Karmas, I have Zal, I don't have MMO yet. I have Striker, Port, Hide, Dead, Conj, and Cardboard. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh wait, who's on support? Who did I say was support? Dead. So make sure that he has to play bucket. That's the only downside tonight. You're not forgotten, conjugates. I promise. It's just right now there's 4 people that want to play monster as their primary, and you're one of them. And I have 6 people that their second choice is assault, and you're also on that list. So your primary and your secondary is just really bloated right now. So I'm trying to go through the list as best as I can. To answer your question, Tails, I am not in the ESL team right now. My old team broke up a while ago, and I haven't been... I wouldn't mind playing on an ESL team, but at the same time, I don't want to spend a lot of time and energy trying to create one. If someone were to invite me and ask me to be a monster or even a hunter, I probably would accept. But right now, I don't know. I don't have enough time to practice and try and do community things. I do miss the ESL groups I was in. They were a lot of fun. But right now, I don't know. Like, for instance, like if someone were to approach me, I would probably accept, but I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time trying to chase these teams or whatever. Plus, I'm not the biggest fan of ESL rules. Like, there's a bunch of drama going on, and I'm not going to get into it or anything. But the reason why the 5-man team is not going to be successful and that it's going to be a 4-man team format eventually is because all you have to do is have a crappy season or a crappy game, and then monsters will just go and ditch the group and go join someone else. So you are going to see a lot of monsters rotating through hunters with 5-man groups, and I don't think that that's a really good way to represent, because it also doesn't feel like it's a team anyway, because one person basically dictates 50% of whether or not your team wins or loses, which I also don't agree with. So I think 4-man team's going to go, which is another reason why I'm not super pressing the issue. That being the case, I will focus more on the game. I love this start. I love this start. I do this start all the freaking time. Go right here, be sneaky, start killing the two the Reavers and the Steamodons, and start eating the crap out of the poop back here. I've actually gotten to stage 3 without ever leaving this little area, and the hunters never found me once. They were outside by the Tyrant Pit a few times, but they would never be able to find me. It was really awesome. And so he's got pretty free reign. So Trapper just setting up some sound spikes here and there. I do like the placement of this sound spike over there because it's basically... I'd like it closer to the entrance because you can still sneak by it, I think, because I don't think it's 15 meters or not. So now it looks like he's going towards another area. We'll see where he's going. I'm not sure why he missed or didn't attack the first Steamodon and went for this one. So now they'll all be able to converge on him. So now he's got to just eat. Yeah, I like Behemoth. I was actually really surprised. I like him a bit more than I thought he would. Okay, so let's see. We've got a Kyra. We've got a Harpoon Trap that missed. Looks like that he got tagged by Bucket. Let's get that map up, see what's going on. So it looks like they're all really close. I would like to have seen the trapper go this way. Yeah, good, perfect. Not sure I like that the trapper is with the medic, but at this point I guess it's okay, just because it's going to work out for them. Because Kyra can speed boost Griffin. So let's go ahead and let's see if this dome goes off. That's a really good dome. There's that rock wall. But Behemoth is kind of quartered in there. So it's an interesting situation because Behemoth going in after Behemoth here is going to be rough. But the nice thing is that he does have a hide to flush him out. And that has to be a very careful with that sloth. So let's see what Kyra does. I do like the placement of these turrets everywhere. Interesting rock wall. I'm not sure if that's... No, he's got fissure as well. So there comes a fissure. So it looks like he's trying to focus on the support and medic. I feel like there's a bit of grouping up, so just be careful. Really good job, you know, bringing him around through all the turrets. I'd like to see the turrets more spread out, like in a line down here, because that way you can go through them and you don't have to worry about. Oh, and there's that rock wall to prevent Kyra from healing. She needs to be careful about taking care of herself as well, because it's sometimes easy to forget to heal yourself, or if you're healing yourself, to forget to heal your teammates. So it looks like they're on permanent damage. They've already done probably about a fifth. Almost a quarter health, and really good job. So let's go ahead and see the chase. That Griffin. Yeah, good job, Kyra, healing through those walls as good as possible. Pretty good rock wall to try and separate the hunters. So now he's ready to evolve. Not sure why he tried to stop and attack the mammoth bird. I feel like he probably should have just kept on rolling and roll past them. So we'll see. Ooh, man, those mammoth birds. So much damage. Okay, so he is tagged. I do like this trapper. The trapper is doing a really good job of cutting the monster off. Just be careful of those trappers. Everyone's in relatively good health shape. So the hunters are in a really strong position. Behemoth almost got a couple of downs. I feel like with a little bit more focus, you might have been able to get some going from there. Again, I'm not a big fan of people trying to rock wall when they're not... Yeah, so by the hunters even got there, like basically you're just wasting a cooldown and some time. And so I'm not a big fan of that. Ooh, this is a very bad evolve. Okay, good. I'm glad it canceled. So he might be able to go ahead and get through here. So it looks like the trapper... Ooh, nope, he stopped to attack. And there's that rock wall that slowed him down again. Okay, so he's in a decent position. Ooh, interesting evolve. Very interesting. So he's going to be taking a lot of damage. The biggest thing, though, is just to be very careful not to get clumped up. This can be so bad, because all it is one rock wall, and you guys all die, basically. So 3 fissure, 2 rock, and 1 lava. Pretty good build. So they are doing pretty good damage. So he's probably around the same amount of health as when he first evolved. Interesting play. We'll see if it works out for him. Bucket's starting to get some turrets here and there. Oh, and they allowed Behemoth to eat. Oh, and he's going to be able to get some more poop. Oh, I don't think he knows he can eat the poop. Maybe? I'm not too sure. Ooh, all those turrets. Be very careful. Okay, so it looks like that he's trying to focus on the trapper. I wouldn't worry too much about the trapper at this point. I would just keep on playing keep away from the assault, because he's the one that's doing all that damage. Oh, and he might be able to throw up a rock wall right here, corner the medic in, and be able to get some good damage going in. But it looks like that opportunity was missed. So I feel like that in combat, I feel like he probably could use rock wall to instead try and prevent damage being done to him, to try and isolate people so that he can get eaten. Okay, so now he's got some decent food. Eat that poop. Yeah, so this is a really rough spot. So good job getting the Haunter. That's exactly what to do. What you do is you go ahead, you isolate people, and then you just kind of burst them down with your skills. Good job from the Behemoth player. So now if he's able to go ahead... Do you want to see the monster, Aiden? Ooh. You see the monster? Where's the monster? Yeah, rawr! So now if he's able to go down here, there's usually some mammoth birds, and if not, some cephalodons down here. So he should be able to go and replenish. And yes, he is low health. Oh, that mammoth bird's getting out. Oh, oof. Ah, so close. I think that I think he might have turned around for a second, so it looks like that this is probably where he's going to go down. Yeah, Cracker, thank you. So really good pressure from the hunters. Solid Griffin harpooning. I feel like that the rock wall being thrown behind was a little casual while being chased.
GG.
Good game. Let me go ahead and back up. Apparently my son wants to say hi. What does the monster say, Aiden? Yeah, you got cracker in your mouth, don't you? Oops. Roo. 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 Yeah, those mammoth birds, that was rough. I think you got blasted by like 3 when you're trying to get away. Ugh, I hate them jerks. Okay, so I think a couple of things. Griffin, you're spot on. Really solid harpoons. Good domes. I liked how you really stuck to closer to the middle of the map to cut off the monster, which means that your team could apply good pressure. I feel like Hadrosaur, I feel like that you were throwing rock walls behind you a few too many times, because a lot of times you throw it up and the hunters wouldn't even be close to you before the rock wall fizzled. So you kind of wasted a cooldown and some time when you could have run around and eat. But really good engage. I would like to see you use your rock wall a little bit more, a little bit better at separating people, especially in the caves. I feel like that there was one time when Zalzin was all by himself, and if you threw a rock wall between you and the other 3 hunters, you would have easily have killed Zalzin and made a big difference. But all in all, really good pressure from everyone. That was an interesting place to evolve. It was good in the fact that because you were relatively low health and you were already domed anyway without armor, so it was a risky play, and I think that was probably the right call, but definitely a good use of knowing your map knowledge. Bo? My son also likes watching people play Behemoth because he knows the word ball, so every time the Behemoth moves, he's like, ball? Ball?
How was I?
Really good. As for the medic, really good positioning. You were doing really good in that first engagement. You were just on top of that building, and so he was just able to check out grenades really good. I feel like you probably could have fought inside the building, because what would have happened is if somebody does enter in there, you could have thrown up a rock wall and then just fissure and then just sneak pounce them for a while. They didn't have Cabot, and they didn't have any other way to shoot through there. That being said, the trapper almost went down, but Kyra did a great job of healing through the walls. Really knowing what the distance is on those things is really good. So really good job on the hunters all in all. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Distance on what, the arc or the?
No, of how you can shoot through walls.
Oh, yeah.
Ivan.
Did I do acceptable?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to remember. So task with trapper, medic, Karma was on assault, correct? Yes. Yeah. So assault was doing really good. You always use the right guns at the right time. I didn't see toxic grenades slowing down your teammate. Really good pressure in general. Your positioning is really good. I'm not. I sort of neglect assaults to do well just because. I mean, you did exactly what you're supposed to do. You put pressure on the monster. You force into other areas, and you stink bomb when you're supposed to.
How high would put it best?
The monster's on fire and it's dead. What more verification do you want?
Yeah. Red is dead. Okay, let's everyone back out to the chat. Let me go ahead and reorganize for the next round real quick.